Fix Flip. My name is Matt, and I will be hosting you on this lovely mechanics journey. This journey brought to you by C4. No, I'm just kidding because they haven't given me any sponsorship yet. But I mean, I always open up my lives with this because this thing actually kind of wakes me up and gets me going. So anybody that was on the last live will I told you I'd be back. Just had to charge the phone, had to clean it up. It looks like the rainstorm is over, so we're gonna get ready to dig back into the car. I ran down to the BMW dealership, picked up a new radiator hose for the top because the one wasn't fitting, and I had to get a quick breakdown, remember how to put our dry belt back on. So I'm gonna warm up with my little energy drink like I always do. Oh, it's so good. Cherry flavor. I recommend it. So, and I also want to congratulate everybody that was with me on the last live. We had 7,000 views. 7,000 people watched the live on the last one. So we're going to try to beat that. We're going to try to go 10K. Not try. We're going to go 10K as long as my phone holds the power long enough. So let's just hop in and start digging in. Oh, and we're working on a 2008 BMW 328i M Sport with the N52 motor. And this motor is from 2006 to 2013. So all the stuff, all the work I do on it, this is pretty much the same for those level years. So let's hop on in. Here's where we left off on the last one. We left off, let me switch this around here. We left off on the last one here. Let me see if I got my light on. Do I got my light on? Oh, I do. I don't know why it's so not very bright. Well, we left off on the last one is the routing of the hose. So in order to get your hose back on, we need a T60. We need a T60. Right, let's see here. Here we go. T60 right here. And we need this, and we're gonna need a jack handle because I tried doing this yesterday and it didn't work out too good. I couldn't believe how hard it was to do without the jack handle. So we're gonna come over here. I'm gonna put some gloves on until they get really annoying, and then I'm gonna take them off again. So let's hop in. Let's put our gloves. It stopped raining, so that's a good thing. Now that there's not piles of water and oil all over the ground, that is a very good thing. All right, so let's get this accessory belt on. And the way you do that, see my routing? So you leave a little loop right over here, and you're going to take your ratchet with your T60. You're going to make sure that you put it over the belt, not under, or else you're not going to be able to go to the direction that you want. And then we're just going to come in here with our ratchet handle. This makes us way stronger, although the ground is still a little bit slick. So this is still going to be kind of interesting. I think I might need to still put a rag down because I'm going to slide all over the place when I do this. So bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Let's go get this grimy rag. Or actually, you know what? I could probably do it with this piece of cardboard. I just need something on top of this slick pavement that's got some oil and water to give me a little bit of I need a little bit of stability when I go to do this. All right, so let's bring it back down. We got it here, and we're going to run. You're going to go clockwise. See, I'm doing it with one arm, or you can see what I'm doing. I'm doing it with one arm. I'm pushing forward. Oh, yeah. I'm pushing forward, and I'm going to pull the loop around our pulley at the same time. Right. holding this motherfucker. There we go. We're on. We are on. Now, what you want to do, oh shit, see, we're off on the back. This is why you do that. So we're going to do this again. We're off a little bit on the back of our belt. So this belt will just derail. Hold on one second. This belt will just derail if I left it like this. So that's why you always got to check the belt. So once again, put it on our ratchet. Give us a little bit right here. And now I can adjust this guy. There we go. There we go. I think we're on. I think we're on. We're on the back. Yes. Nope. We just missed it on the bottom. Ay, ay, ay. So round 3. This is why you do this. You always check your routing of the belt. Always make sure that it's in the groove. So once again, we're going to give this guy a little bit. I'm going to come over here. Motherfucker. Damn it. Come on, baby. So close. There we go. Woo! Oh, what a pain in the ass today. All right. Now, I checked the bottom one. That one's good. I felt this one go into the groove. We're groovy over here. We're all the way over. And now the last thing that I want to do is I want to adjust this belt, because y'all see how the belt is just kind of hanging off the tensioner. I want to get that right in the middle of the tensioner. So it's over just a little bit too much. So once again, put it back in our hole. Put it back in our hole here. Put our breaker bar back on. And just give it a little bit. And then just adjust it. Right about there. Boom. That's good. That is good. Now, our accessory belt is on. Everything is good. This is a good belt anyway. This is a Contech or whatever. So this thing is good. Now, let's start putting together the rest of the car. And what we're going to do, well, first, we're going to connect all the pieces that we disconnected before. So we want to connect our oil sensor on the back. You just push in, lock these guys. You want to connect your coolant sensor, push in, lock it back. We can bring our wires for our fan up and around. We can bring our hood pop wire up and around. This guy is supposed to be like up here, kind of route up here, something like that. Now, we got the new radiator hose. We're not going to put it on just yet, but we can put on, so here's our vacuum line. You can just pop this guy in here. Don't forget to put that on or you're going to have vacuum leaks. And now it gets fun. Now it gets fun. So we want to, let's see here. We're going to put the new radiator hose on. And once again, because the old one wouldn't go on. Here's the part number too. Here's the part number here's the BMW part number. And the old one wouldn't go on, and I suspect it's because the hose got so hot that the O-ring expanded too much, and so that's why it wouldn't let it on. So I'm going to, this one should slide right on. This one should slide right on, and we want to put a little bit of oil on the inside of the O-ring. So I'm going to come over here, and this will be enough. We just want to lube. We want to lube these O-rings here. Oh, bear with me 1 second here. Oh shit, that's a lot of oil. All right, so I'm just gonna put some oil right here on the O-ring. Put some oil right here. Try not to get too much on our belt, but this is the piece that it really matters. And then let's see how our brand new hose goes on, because this should go on beautifully. It's got some little grooves right here. Oh, look at that, y'all. Look at that. I was struggling for like 30 minutes to put the other hose on. And this one, lubed up, goes right on, and then just lock it. And now our hose is in. We're going to do the same to the bottom for our heater hose. Now, if you're just joining, this car came in on the tow truck. It had oil in the coolant. I thought maybe the motor was toast, but it ended up being that our oil filter gasket had gone bad. All right, so now we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to line these up and make sure this is the right orientation. I'm going to pop it in there, and now we got to look for there's a clip for this guy. We want to put the original clip back on so this guy doesn't come loose. Let's see here. It's kind of hard to see when it's like this. Let's see here. I think it goes, well, it definitely goes this way. All right, let's just push that clip on there. Boom. Now she's clipped, ready to go. Ready to go. All right, so we got that hose done. This one's taken care of. And the next thing that we want to do, we're going to transfer this overflow hose, this guy right here, and we're going to put the proper connection on it. We're going to put the proper connection on it. But first, we need something to loosen this guy. That's too little. All right, I guess we'll go a screwdriver. Here we go. Let's try this. Here we go. Well, thank you very much. Thank you much for that. Oh, yeah. My last stream got 7,000 views, so I guess I wasn't that boring. Anyway, so we got to put a new connector on this guy right here. And give me 1 second here, because there's a tool that you got to use for this. This tool, BMW people, this is all it's called a PEX tool. I just learned about this not that long ago. And this guy right here, this is these BMW fittings right here. These are the PEX BMW fittings. And you're going to bring this connector into here. You're going to bring this over, and you're going to push this down. And this guy right here. So you're going to come over here. Shit. This one's kind of tough, though. This one is kind of tough. So we want to get it right on our tool. And then we want to put it right on our original spot, and then start ratcheting this bad boy down. And I think that's going to be good, because you don't want to over tighten it, but there we go. Boom. There we go. We got our PEX fitting on here. This is the proper fitting. You're not going to have any leaks or anything like that. So we're good over here. We're good over here. And now, let's see here. Because I haven't ran this car since the accident. Well, not really accident, but I haven't ran this car since it came in on the tow truck. So I'm trying to think on how I'm going to clean the system, clean all the oil out of the system. Everything else is almost ready to go, but you know what we are forgetting? We are forgetting the spark plugs. So I have these coil packs in here just to keep the water and dirt and stuff out of our chambers over here. And we're going to, I'm going to put the original plugs back in. Give me 1 second here. All right, let me flip this around. All right, so I'm going to put the original plugs back in here. Wow, it is freaking hot. I'm going to put the original plugs. I ordered other plugs, but I'm going to put these ones back in because they're actually too bad. They're NGKs, and they're going to go 22 foot-pounds for the torque on these. So let's just get this over here, and boom. Let's switch it around. Shit. Wow, it is freaking hot right now, y'all. It is. I thought it wasn't that hot, but it is really hot. Bear with me. Bear with me. I want to get y'all some light. All right. Oh, wow. All right, so we got a 5/8. We need to put a 5/8 spark plug socket on this guy. This will probably work. This one doesn't hold on very good though, so I want to find a better one. I have 3 of them over here. Or I had 3. There we go. Let's see here. We got this one. This one might be all right. Maybe this one's better. Yeah, this one's better. All right, so we want to just put a little bit of oil on the spark plug and then get ready to throw it back in the car. Now I don't want to, oh my gosh, it's freaking hot. I don't want to over torque this guy. So we want to put this in. I'm going to get my oil. Bear with me really quickly here. I want to get my oil, and we're going to put just a little bit of oil. All right. Put a little bit of oil right here. Boom. And we want to just wind these spark plugs in. You want to wind them in by hand so you don't strip out the spark plug. You're just going to keep winding them. And we're going to torque all the spark plugs after this, but we want to just run these down by hand so you don't have any issues. It's really easy to cross thread a spark plug, and if you do that, y'all gonna be like in some insane problems. It's gonna be a bitch on this engine to be able to change this around. All right, so all I'm doing is I'm just running these plugs down hand tight first. There we go. This one just locked, and it's gonna hold on to our socket. So this is going to be fun. Let me see if I can get it to break loose. Okay, I did. All right. Next plug. See, these plugs aren't too bad. These plugs aren't too bad. They still got the iridium filament on the end of them, so that'll work. I just put a little bit of light oil just to help them go in. You don't want to get too much on there though. And then just run them in. I bought brand new plugs. They'll be here in like 2 days, but I actually want to hear this engine run. I got to figure out how I'm going to even this car up before I start the engine, because obviously the car will sense that this thing is not on the ground because it's a BMW. All right, so anyway, we're just gonna keep winding until we lock it in. Boom. All right, that's good. We're gonna run in the same issue though. We're gonna run in the same issue. So, shit, come on, bitch. There we go. Sometimes it likes to stick on the plug socket itself, which is happening right now to me. It's not too bad though. They'll run down nicely. That's 2. I guess I'll just pull these plugs and bring them over. All right, so we're gonna run these plugs in. We're gonna put the coil packs in, get everything on this side of the engine ready to go. And then, honestly, then I might get the hose and put some buckets underneath and get ready to start the car, because there's no oil leaks. So, and this thing has brand new oil, so it should run nice and smooth. This engine's a good engine. If you ever had an N52, this is one of the best engines that BMW, this is one of the best engines BMW ever made. It's just really, really dependable, and it can take a lot of abuse. Because this car, I believe this car was ran down almost 3 liters of oil. It was low, and it's still running, and it's still got good compression. So that's a pretty good engine. Oh shit. Do not want to bring that guy down on my head. Let's reverse this a little bit. Come on, baby. This is definitely a little bit of a problem. There's a way to fix this too, but my spark plug socket is sticking, and the oil from this liquid moly is so freaking, like, it's so slick that I can't like hold on to anything. Everything else is just, this car is like freaking lubed up. Let's go, baby. Come on. What a pain in the ass. All right. We might have to go to plan B on these plugs. Yeah, this thing does not want to, it just does not want to give me the plug back, man. All right, so I got to pull this plug all the way out. So if you run into this instance where it wants to pull your plug, what you want to do is you want to pull this plug out just a little bit so it doesn't have that much. And then you're going to just screw it in a couple threads. And then we're going to take, this thing still wants to do it, bro. What the fuck? You know what? It's because this liquid moly got on the end of this. It got on the end of this adapter, and yeah, that's wild. That's super wild. Let me bring the light down a little bit here. This lighting doesn't. I don't know, man. Let's just turn it. I'm gonna just turn it just a hair. Wow, this thing just still doesn't want to do it. Okay. So if you run into this instance like I'm running into, what you can do, all right, we're gonna try just a little bit more because this plug is just grabbing too much. So we're just gonna try to just set it in there just a freaking hair right here, like that. All I need to do is get it to grab like one thread, and it just won't do it. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, my light is just not working with me here. All right, let's turn this light off over here because I don't know if this is not working as good as I wanted it to. Let me see if I can get the other one. Oh shit, we got a good. All right, I'm gonna try this one. I don't want the, man, I don't know though. This thing does not, this rubber piece does not look like it wants to hold on to the plug. I don't want to damage the iridium plug putting this guy back in, but I'm gonna try to see if I can do this here. I'm just gonna try to like feed it. Ah, shit, see, that's what I didn't want to have happen. Fuck. Hopefully I didn't mess up the end. I mean, now it's nice, and now it's screwing in there nice. So we fixed that problem. I hope that didn't ruin the end of the plug when it dropped down there, but it's all gravy if it did. All right, let's run on. We got 3 more plugs to go. 3 more plugs to go. And then we got to torque them down. You always want to torque your spark plugs. These ones are 18 foot-pounds. So, let's do this. I don't think I really want to use this one again because this one is going to drop it. So we're going to use this one to hopefully get this guy just enough. I just need it to go in just enough to let go. It's kind of hard to see too. All right. I think that's good. All right. So that's what we'll do. We're going to switch these plugs. We're going to use one spark plug socket to set it in there. And then we're going to use another spark plug socket to run it down. At least I can run these down, and I know that I should be able to get my, there we go, see? Now I can get my plug back. So we got 4. We just want to run these hand tight. Woo, boy. It is still hot, man. It says it was down to 100. I'm like pouring sweat right now. All right. I am absolutely just freaking drenched in freaking sweat right here. This is fucking wild. Excuse my language. Woo! Whoa, it's hot. I am burning up, y'all. I'm literally just drenched in freaking sweat right now. I'm just pouring. All right, we got 2 more. 2 more plugs. All right. Let's do it. All right, we got 2 more plugs. And let's see here. Where's the good one that I want to use to start it? Yeah, this one, this whole setup right here seems to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but it's all good. Shit, let me turn this around. All right, here we go. We're back over to our plugs. We got 2 more to go. This one's gonna be kind of fun to put in. I don't know how much oil I really want to put. These ones are a little bit more difficult to get to. Not too bad though. You could pull this brace if you wanted to, but you can get this guy in here fairly easy. It's just this liquid moly is so freaking, this liquid moly is so slick. It's crazy how slick this stuff is. All right, hopefully that was just enough. See, it's doing the same thing. It's doing the same thing. Oh man, come on, baby. Come on, baby. There, I took it out too. Oh, this system right here. I need to get a better tool. This is wild. All right, I'm just gonna try this. See if I can get it to just, I just want to start like just a couple threads. Just enough threads. I think that worked. I feel that worked. All right, so now I can just run it down. Run it down. Let me get this guy right here. Whew, everything is freaking slick. This is insane. There's liquid moly everywhere. Liquid moly over the whole car. All right. I believe that's good, so that should be, this should be running down. Nice. There we go. Boom. All right, we got one more. One more to go. Woo. We. Y'all want a free sauna? Come to Vegas. Come to Vegas and just put yourself out in this little temperature for a little bit. Probably great for weight loss too. You get the free sauna, you get to work on the car in the beautiful temperatures here. All right, so we got our last spark plug. Hopefully we can just get this guy to cooperate with us here. We want to run it all the way down. Run it all the way down by hand first. You don't want to over torque your spark plugs. That's what you don't want to do. And you don't want to under torque them either, because then you're not going to have proper firing in the cylinder. All right, so now we got our plugs ran down. I got my torque wrench. I had to use a different one because I broke my adapter for my snap-on, so we'll just use this guy. And I got it set to 22 foot-pounds, which is the torque spec for this guy. And we're just gonna go until it clicks. This motherfucker better click though. Oh, don't tell me this. These Craftsmen, I don't want to over torque this guy. There we go. Oh my gosh, I was waiting for the click. Come on, baby. There we go. This is why you do it with the torque wrench, because it starts to get tight. There we go. Beautiful. We got 3 down right here, and we're gonna go again. Come on. Come on, baby. There we go. We're gonna do the one in the back. There we go. And then lastly, we're gonna do this one that's underneath here, which is a little bit more fun to get to. I should be able to get to it just like this. Come on, baby. There we go. All right. Our spark plugs are torqued in. All right, now we can just go ahead and throw these coil packs back in. Woo-wee. It is freaking hot, y'all. It is crazy, crazy, crazy hot. All right, so let's get these coil packs back in. The way you put the coil packs in is you put the plug in right here, move it in forward, close this, and then make sure this piece is pressed all the way in, and then you have a little groove right here, and you just press it down until it clicks. That's the proper way to install your coil pack, because you'll have misfires if you don't do this right. So you bring it through there, start closing it, make sure there's no gap right here, and then see, there's your groove. So you bring it down and press. Boom. Just like that. Easy peasy. You would be surprised how many cars I've worked on that have misfires because this wasn't done right. So you close it, boom, make sure it's all the way down, and then wiggle it down. Let's see here, there we go. Line it up and pop it down. 3 more to go. All right. The one on the back is a little bit harder to get to. It's not too bad though. Once again, bring this guy down, line it up, get that wire in there first, bring it down, Slowly close it, make sure it's secure all the way, and then find your groove. There's a groove over here. There we go. Boom. We got two more. We got one escaping us over here. You got to bring this one underneath your bar unless you want to remove your stabilizer bar. And you can bring this, boom. Once again, close at the same time until it locks. And then there is our groove right there. Boom. One more. One more. Holy crap, it's hot. All right. Let's get this guy right here. One more. Let's get it closed all the way down. I can't even see what the hell I'm doing. Let's, there we go. And she's in. All your coil packs and spark plugs. How would you take the Valvetronic motor off without having to do anything special? So if you want to just take the Valvetronic motor off, just pull these two plugs and these two coil packs and wires right here. Move this out of the way. And you have to, actually, you know what? In order to get to this bolt, because this is a bitch right here. This is a external, I believe it's an external, it might be a T25 Torx. I think it's a T25, T27 Torx. So what you would need to do is you want to unplug all these wires, and then you can get a screwdriver in here. See how this guy is just hanging? Somebody has been in here. This is improper. Man, I hate when people work on my car and it's not me. All right, so see these wires? These actually go up in the groove here. Hold on one second, because this is not, somebody did this and this is not right. Somebody's been working on my car, y'all. I know my car. All right, so you move this up, and then see how these guys, they both engage on this track right here. So in order to get to that bolt, you got to disengage this track. See how it snaps in there? That's proper. That's where your wire harness is supposed to go. I don't know who worked on this car, but they did not put this shit back right. This one right here, boom, close that. Now I will say, you want to be really careful. Okay, so there's a couple things I can tell you, bud. So number one, make sure if you're doing the valve cover, make sure your power is disconnected, because we're working live power under here and you're working live power over here. And it's really easy to take a bolt or a tool and accidentally short out the car. That's my first thing. Then also, here, I'm gonna switch the screen around real quick, Jose. Since we're not getting as many people to this second stream, so it's all good. You get all my attention. So if you look on my channel and you go to my streams that I've done, I did a 3-part, completely detailed valve cover replacement process. Everything that you need, the torque specs, the proper way to do it, the way you torque it, the way you take it apart, everything is done on there, and it'll eliminate any of your confusion on how to do it. It got a lot of views, and each one is about an hour long. This thing could take you in excess, if you're new and you haven't done the valve cover gasket, it's gonna take you like 6 hours to do it. I was able to get it done in about 4.5 hours, and it is a big workload, but you're gonna save a ton of money. You just wanna make sure that you do it right. Let me show you what you're looking for when you finish. There's a lot of processes, there's a lot of steps to doing it, and there's a couple things that I just learned recently. Number one, in the back, if I unplug this servo motor, so I unplug this servo motor, in the back here, there's a hole for like a T20, or I believe it's a 4mm hex. And what you can do is you can put a hex in here and twist, and it'll disengage the motor. And you can do the same thing when you put the Valvetronic motor back in, is you can turn it again and it'll re-engage it. You just basically turn it until you feel a little bit of resistance, like it's starting to get tight. As soon as you feel any resistance, you stop, and then there's a way that you can program the Valvetronic from inside the car without like tuning tools. But this is your main thing. You want this T27 or a 25 out of here. You're gonna need a swivel adapter for that. In order to get that, this will really help you. This swivel adapter, because then you can get this angle and get this bolt out. It's going to be really fun putting it back in though. That's the fun part. And then you have two external 8. There's 2 E8s on both sides of the Valvetronic motor, and you want to hold the motor when you release these, because it has a little bit of spring to it, and then it'll pop out. So hopefully that answered your question. I hope that answers your question. Go ahead and check out the channel if you haven't already. We just hit 1 million views yesterday, so I'm pretty happy about that. I got probably I don't know, 180 videos up or something like that. So all right, so now we got everything in on our engine. Let's see here. I was thinking about putting the fan back in, but I don't want to do that because what we have going on is we have still oil in our cooling system, and we need to flush that oil out. Now, I already flushed the radiator. I already put some new hoses, but all this hose line that goes all the way to the back, the heater hose, is full of oil and coolant. And I was just trying to figure out my strategy for getting this thing to flush out. And I think I figured it out. I think I know what I'm going to do for this, because this is a first. I've never had this happen with this motor before. So what I think I'm going to do, because the way this circulates, is I'm going to hook this guy up. I'm going to hook up our upper radiator hose. Hold on, we got to get our thing and undo this guy. And I want to put some oil on it because I want to be able to get this thing back off when it's time, because I'm not ready to put it on. You have to disconnect this hose to get your cooling fan in. So we're just going to run some oil on the inside of this guy. We want to just lube it up, and it'll just slide on there like butter. It'll just slide on there like butter, like this. This is what I do all the time. That liquid moly works great. Then we just line it up, and then boom, lock it in, radiator hose is in. Now, here's where it gets interesting. So, like I said, I haven't ran this engine since it came in on the tow truck, and we replaced the oil filter gasket, we replaced the trans cooler at the bottom, but I still want to get that oil. I want to get that oil out of our, trying to figure out how this hose goes. I want to get all of this oil out of our, let's see here, can I get this guy down? I think I got to reroute this hose really quickly. Bear with me. You can feel when the hose isn't routed right, because it just won't feel like it's going in the right direction. This guy is gonna go underneath. I feel that that's the way, like that. And there we go. Now it doesn't have that like crazy bend in it. Everything is good. And this guy will come down there. Okay, so that's the proper way that goes. All right, so this hose, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna run this guy. I gotta get the clip for it. Once again, I'm gonna put some oil on the inside. Bear with me. Woo, it's freaking hot, y'all. It is freaking hot right here. I'm gonna put some oil on the outside of this guy. I'm gonna put some oil on the inside of this. And let's run this radiator hose. Let me get this guy lined up here. That's a freaking pain in the ass though. It's super close. Come on, baby. There we go. I think it's on. Yeah, it slid on already. No. Is it on? No, that bitch ain't on. Ah, there we go. Now it's on. All right. Now let's get our clip. Put our clip back on here. Make sure this guy's locked in. Shit. Oh. All right. Let's get our clip. We got 2 hoses that we're gonna leave disconnected. I'm gonna show you guys why in just a second here. Whew, boy, man, it is freaking steaming right now. Okay, there we go. We got this one locked in. So we have 2 openings on our cooling system. We have this guy right here, which would normally go on the bottom of our radiator. And we also have this guy over here that runs through our transcooler. And I think what I'm going to try doing is I'm actually going to bolt this one in so we only have 1 opening, and then see if we can get the car to heat up and flush out that oil. So that's what I think we're going to do. I think that'll work out good. This guy, I just put a new hold on one second. I just put a new seal. Hold on. It's kind of hard to see. Sorry, I'm trying to get you all the best shot I can. I just put a new seal on this guy right here. And let me see if I can get a shot of this. Let me see if I can get a shot of this right here. There we go. This goes into the radiator. And this is really, really slick. This is really hard to do with one hand too. It's almost in. Bear with me. This is hard, very, very hard shot. Yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate you watching the stream. I had 7,000 people watching the stream earlier. Not as many right now, but it's okay. I'm just doing this to help people out, give them some benefit, some cool content. Not, trying to waste anybody's time. Trying to show you some cool stuff. So now I'm going to get underneath here, and I'm going to make sure this guy is pressed in here, and then it's a T25. So I know I got a T25 right here. And give me 1 second. It's a T25. It's a little bit difficult to get to. I hope this works for flushing the system. I think it will. Let me just come under here again really quickly here. I'm going to definitely have to get cleaned up after this one. But here's our T25. Oh, yeah. And we're just going to make sure that this guy is all the way down. This is like a known leaking point for this car. I don't even think, is that a T25? Yeah, that is a T25. Wild. There we go. We don't want it too tight. Now we got a good seal. Alrighty. All right, we're rocking. We are rocking, y'all. We are rocking. All right. We'll leave the MAF disconnected. Everything else on our engine is hooked up except for that drain hose. And I'm gonna see if I can get this engine to flush some of this oil out of our system after I start the car. Everything else should be good. I don't see anything else. Yeah, we don't have our MAF sensor hooked up, but the car will still run without it. So that's totally cool. And I just want to get I want to bring this car down. I want to bring this car down a little bit since we already got the oil change, so I don't need that much space underneath it. So I'm going to bring this car down a little bit because I want to bring it down on an even level and kick up the back of it so we can get an even level going on, because it's the car's way too high to y'all see what, oh shit, hold on. Here's how high the car is. It's way up there. It's way up there. So I'm gonna try to get this. I'm gonna try to get a. I did jack it up really, really high. I wanted like the most. I wanted the most room underneath this guy. But now I realize that I got a lot of room. I got a ton of room. But I'm just gonna lift it up on the frame with the jack right here. Hold on one second. Let me bring this jack over. Oh man. This jack got a little bit of weight to it. Not too bad. Everything is hella slick right now. Alright. Let's get this jack. Let's get this jack in here. I gotta be super careful, y'all, because this is feeling a little sketchy. Alright, here we go. Woo! Alright. So I'm hoping that we got just enough. Wow. I got this thing so freaking high that, oh, what the fuck? Oh, man. Alright. We gotta go on each side and lower it. It's too high for the jack to even work with it. So let's move shifts to the other side here. Woo! Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a nice day outside here. Now, y'all look at this. Got the good, cool little sunset going on. This looks super nice. All right, so you always want to be really careful. You want to be careful when you're jacking up a car, because obviously this thing can kill you. So you want to be very, very careful, especially when you're doing one side at a time, so the car is teetering on the other jack stand. All right, let's see if we can get just enough. I want to bring it down like 1 or 2 levels. Then I can try to get my jack under the back. All right. There's this guy. Let's bring it down. Watch your fingers when you do that, because that could really hurt. All right, so that's pretty good. I like that. Now we're just gonna slowly lower this jack. Let me see here. I'm gonna try to put myself in this shot. I know I'm probably not very present with this shot here. There we go. When you lower the car, you just want to be really, really careful Let's get this guy in here first. There we go. Lower it very, very careful and just slowly break it loose. There we go. Woo! All right, we got one side down. We got one side down. Looking good. Let's bring the jack to the other side. I like that other side. This looks a lot better for height. Oh, wow. I'm still pouring sweat, man. This is wild. Oh, it is so crazy hot out here. All right, so I'm gonna go to the other side and get this guy. I just want to lower the car enough so I can get my jack underneath the back of the car. All right. Let me show you what I'm doing, y'all. All right. So right now we're trying to bring it down just a little bit on our level here. And I'm gonna say that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm gonna slowly just break this loose. Be very careful when you're breaking the jack handle loose. Sometimes sometimes it sticks. Oh man, it's sticking right now. Awesome. Come on, baby. Oh, there we go. Woo, shit. There we go. All right. Now we got the front lowered enough. I think I can get my my jack under the back. Let's not like give a massive shot of my license plate, but there we go. I'll give you that shot. Now I can actually get my jack underneath this car, I think. Man, it's like right there too. Come on, baby. It's actually going up though. There we go. You just gotta keep moving it. It's actually going up though. It may not look like it. There we go. It's working. It's a good arm workout right here. Woo. We want to put the engine even. We almost got it even. Woo. This. What is going on there? What is that? Oh, that must be rainwater. Better be rainwater. All right. I mean, it's not completely straight, but that's good. So we'll just leave. We'll leave the back of the car. We'll leave the back of the car jacked up like that. And now that we got everything done, now it's just about to get this. Hold on one second. I'm gonna set this down real quick here. Now you just want the lifting point. You want the lifting points of the car, just in case. So we got that one right there. We're gonna come over and do the other one on the other side. Wow, it is getting dark, y'all. It is getting crazy dark right now. It's getting dark quickly. But I think we're gonna at least do a first start. So, you know, it is funny though, because I didn't do my code clear on the car. So I actually might have to come back on this stream, because you got to clear the codes, because the battery was connected, so it read everything that I was disconnecting. So I might want to clear these codes before I get ready to start this car, but it should sound normal. I'll be right back. Everybody that's watching the stream, that has been watching, thank you very much, and I'll be back in a few. All right, peace.